Happening? We're doing the weekly tarot today. This is the Divine Path Tarot channel. I am Montre Bible, spiritual advisor. Yep, that's my real last name. So the first half of this, we are going to go through the astrology and look at the astrology aspects. Let me make sure my phone is on vibrate, because they always like to hit me up when I'm doing lives. And I just got a post right there. So as soon as I did that, yeah. So we're gonna look at the weekly astrology, and then we're gonna do the tarot. And I'm gonna go through all the zodiac signs and make sure that you have at least some guidance for your week. All right. So this week is gonna be really good. I feel like there's gonna be more clarity, um, more balance, and I'm gonna tell you why. So right now the moon is in Pisces, and Pisces is more ethereal, spiritual sign. Um, so our psychic intuition will be very high on today, Sunday, moving into tomorrow. Okay. Mars is in Libra, and Mars in Libra represents fighting for balance, fighting for something that you love. So what is it that you truly love? What is it you truly desire? Okay, so Mars in Libra represents that. Now, it will be trine, it's a triangle, Pluto and Aquarius. So Libra and Aquarius are both air signs. So that's what that means when it means a trine. When two planets or two or three planets are in air signs or in the same element. So Mars is in Libra, trying to bring balance. Pluto's in Aquarius, talking about power dynamics, socializing, because Aquarius represents society. So here we have harmonious energy and transformative power. How our relationships, who we relate to, who we associate ourselves with, who are we fighting for, brings us power, our power dynamics. So you may find, if it's not relationships, you may find that you connect with a group of people and find a common cause to fight for with a collective group of people, or even the smallest sense, um, connecting with somebody and having a powerful emotional connection. I'm sensing like fighting for a relationship that could be possibly a power couple. There's going to be a lot of conversations because they're both air signs. So it's like, what are you guys discussing? What are you guys thinking about? Are y'all moving toward a project? Those kind of things, those kind of elements. Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for a while, so no rush on this one. But Mars and Libra is trying to focus your mind. Okay, focus your conversations and your relationships. What are you being passionate for? Um, Monday, Mercury will go direct. Finally, Mercury is going direct in Leo, so communication will start to be more clear. We'll start to understand each other more. This transit with Mercury in Leo, for me personally, has been more so about speaking your mind. Um, what is it that you need to express? What is it that you truly love? What is it that represents you as an individual? And I have found myself very vocal about some things that I believe in, only because Leo's in my ninth house, you know. Being very vocal about things that I believe in, and and now as it goes direct, um, it's time to see like where are those conversations going to take me, right? So the same for you. What have you been roaring this past couple of weeks? And it could be about some past issues that have happened in your life. What have you been roaring about? Well, you're going to start seeing the effects of what you've been roaring about as Mercury goes direct. But this is good. Now we can move forward and not talk about old stuff. Let's talk about some new stuff. So Mercury going direct August 11th on Monday. You guys can breathe out for a second. Saturn is still retrograde though, and it's in retrograde in Pisces, but it's doing a sextile with Uranus in Gemini. Okay, so Pisces and Gemini are both mutable signs, very changing. Uranus is bringing more surprises. Surprises in technology. Surprises in how we communicate. Um, I think you need to be open to change this week, open to be very flexible on how things are. With Saturn in Pisces, or Saturn retrograding into Pisces, because it's been in Aries, and which is good. Saturn makes us want to be responsible for something. Saturn says, "Okay, let's have you done the work. Um, let's move you up a level. Are you getting the promotion? Or are we downgrading you? Or we have to learn this lesson again?" So Saturn has been in Aries. I've noticed a lot of people that I know that are Aries, they've been doing really well. Like things have been starting to work out for them. And that's that Saturn energy, where Saturn is like, okay, you've done the work. I see you're trying. Let's go ahead and give you the reward now. So as long as you're working towards something, Saturn is going to reward you. If you're being lazy, as sometimes Pisces can do, then there's going to be more lessons to learn. But Saturn's retrograding in Pisces, where it's been for a long time, and it's if you've been doing the work, then you're going to start seeing some reward finally. So Saturn is going to be there for a little bit. Pisces, as a Pisces, I've been seeing that we've really been put on the forefront, but also Saturn in Pisces is about to has been really being hard on really getting rid of these spiritual gurus who aren't really about anything. I've noticed a lot of people talking about that online. And so we may see the final hurrah with a lot of these spiritual gurus who aren't really up to anything or up to no good. Whether they be preachers, pastors, or even these new age people who are just in it to make some money, you know. So Saturn retrograde in Pisces is going to finally clean house on any fake spirituality. We may also see some new rules regarding AI because Pisces and illusions and what's real, what isn't is I I personally believe Pisces rules AI. So Saturn retrograde in Pisces, I think we're going to start seeing some new rules regarding AI, which I think we need. I think if something is AI generated, they needs to be stated. You know, it needs to be said on the forefront of what's AI and what isn't. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's on Monday, August 11th. Tuesday, August 12th, we've got Venus in Cancer conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Wow. That's a whole lot of love. Venus in Cancer loves nurturing people. Jupiter in Cancer wants to bring that feeling like things are going to work out. So Tuesday, if you have somebody, this is going to be the time where you are seriously going to be feeling the love. Venus and Jupiter conjuncting, that is a powerful energy of feeling abundance of love, feeling extreme love. So that's really good. Am I staticky? Hold on real quick. I'm sorry if I'm staticky. Is it coming from my mic? Let's turn it. I'll take the mic off.
Yeah, Tad. All right, we'll just do. Can you still hear me? I'm gonna use my phone mic. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Yeah, the camera and the microphone sometimes conflict each other. I don't know why. Okay. So Venus and Jupiter conjuncting on Tuesday will increase the feeling of love. Mars is in Libra as well, making us want to fight for love. And it's opposing Chiron in Aries. Chiron in Aries is really working on our healing, okay? Our healing processes. So wherever are we damaged, that's where Chiron wants to have you focus on. And then right now it's in Aries. So wherever Aries is in your birth chart, you may find you have some healing. For me, Chiron is in my fifth house in Aries. Fifth house is about romance, it's about creativity. So I'm looking forward to seeing some healing processes, maybe using my creative juices, or also in romance. If have I been dealing with old romantic issues? Is it time to get over those things? Those type of themes. That's what Chiron is all about. The Mars in Libra says, hey, fight for the relationship. Don't give up. So if you have somebody you're interested in, you're going to be feeling the love, especially if you're interested in somebody or if they're interested in you. The energy is saying, don't give up. Let's take it one more round. Now that Mercury is moving direct, have those conversations. Don't be afraid of those conversations. See where it goes. Okay? All right. What else is going on? Tuesday. Now we're on the 13th. Wednesday, the moon will slide into Aries. That's 2 days of Pisces. 2 or 3 days. The moon is in Pisces on Sunday. The moon is in Pisces on Monday. The moon is still in Pisces on Tuesday. That's a long Pisces transit, y'all. We are going to be all in our emotions for the first half of the week, especially when Venus and Jupiter go into Cancer. We're going to be all about emotions. We're going to be all about how I feel about something. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And if you're used to your emotions, if you're comfortable with your emotions, you should be fine. But Wednesday, moon finally moves into Aries. So we get out of that emotional space and we move more toward, what am I doing? Okay, let's do something. So if you're feeling kind of, the first half of the week is kind of slow, and then as we get to Wednesday, we get this burst of energy. So notice that, circle that on Wednesday. If you get this burst of energy, it's because the moon went into Aries. So it'll give us a burst of energy. The sun will be in Leo still, and it's squaring Uranus in Taurus. So not only are we getting a burst of energy midweek, but there is a chance of surprise, surprise. Well, remember that meme? Surprise, surprise. So something's shaking up our day to day. Uranus is so fun. I like Uranus, but it likes to just change stuff up on you. He said, my emotions have been off the chart. Well, the only advice I can give you this week, for the first half of the week, is ground yourself. Ground yourself. Because the emotions and the intuition, but listen to your emotions. Don't ignore them. Listen to them, because with the moon in Pisces, usually our emotions are telling us something. They're telling us what's really going on. So, just listen to your emotions, and if you need to get away from people for a second, then do it. Ground yourself. But the moon will move into Aries on Wednesday. Leo, the sun in Leo will square, which means it's having not the great aspect, but something may shake us up. Something may shake up the world on Wednesday overall. So let's keep an eye out on that, especially on the news and stuff. It may be some kind of something, and everybody's like, what? And you may find on Wednesday people get really upset or angry about something midweek. So look online, and if it does, come back on my channel and say, hey, Montre, you said it. So I'm just going, some surprise happens on Wednesday, it makes everybody upset about something. Thursday, the moon goes, wow, the moon doesn't stay in, maybe the moon is in Aries on Tuesday. Well, probably late Tuesday, because the moon goes into Taurus on Thursday. So the moon has to be in Aries on Tuesday at some point. Usually it spends a day and a half. But okay, I digress. The moon goes into Taurus on Thursday, probably late Thursday. Focus on stability. Moon in Taurus, every time the moon is in Taurus, I just kind of want to do a little self-care. You know what I mean? Find a nice meal. That's your grounding energy right there. Mercury will be trine Jupiter in Aries. What, Jupiter in Aries? Is Jupiter in Aries? Let me make sure. One momento. Mercury trine Jupiter. Let me make sure that's correct, because I go really fast on these things. Thursday. Mercury will be sextile Mars. Yep, the moon enters Taurus, Mercury sextile Mars. What else is going on? Astrology.com. I gotta pull up my notes. I try to put short notes, but sometimes I get mixed up. Jupiter's in Cancer, right? What did I say, Aries? Why did I write that? I must have got confused at some point. Okay, I digress. Let me get back to my notes. Casual. All right, I'll just go by these. All right, so the moon will enter Taurus on Thursday, bringing a little bit more stability to the week. Then on Saturday, we have the moon going into Gemini, which is going to make it a very busy and communicative week because Gemini likes to talk. I feel like we'll be feeling better if we can get to the weekend, but more surprises are going to happen with Uranus. Uranus is doing something on this weekend. Let me find. I put it in my notes. Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. Moon in Gemini on Friday. Okay. So we were going to want to socialize more. Venus in Cancer. Okay, so Venus in Cancer, which makes us want to protect our love energy or cater to somebody. Gonna cater to you, baby, this is your day. That kind of energy. Remember that song? Venus in Cancer. It's going to be sextile Uranus in Gemini. So there's going to be a surprise that's going to happen on Friday. Something unexpected. Uranus is doing a lot of unexpected energy this week. So you got Friday. Uranus is doing something. And then, where else? What did I say? Wednesday? Wednesday. Uranus is doing something. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the times where we can expect something unexpected. Monday, we've got Saturn, sextile Uranus in Gemini. Uranus in Gemini. Is it Uranus in Gemini? Yeah, Uranus is in Gemini because it just went into Gemini. We've got Saturn connecting with Uranus and Gemini on Monday. So this is our emotional self. We may feel emotional about some change that happens on Monday. Wednesday, the moon goes into Aries, and then we have another Uranus transit. Oh, Uranus is retrograde, so it goes from Gemini back into Taurus. So there's going to still be some more disruptions. And the switching of energy. Then Friday. Uranus is in Gemini. Why did I say Uranus in Taurus? I must have messed that up. Uranus is going to have a square. So we'll have a surprise on Wednesday. Then Friday we'll have another surprise on Friday about something. But the moon will be in a different sign, which is in Gemini. When the moon is in Aries, people get upset about some surprise. When the moon goes into Gemini on Friday, people will be surprised about something, but they'll be really chitty chatty about it. A lot of talking about something that happened. And people will be more focused on security. They're going to be focused on their family. This is what I predict, only because Venus is in Cancer, and that brings strong elements of family coming into play. Hey, what's up? We got some more folks in here. What's up? What's happening? Go ahead and hit that like. Hit that screen for me, and then we're going to get to the tarot. Saturday. What's going on Saturday? Moon goes into Cancer. That's going to feel like a time where you just want to sit at home, have a, chill out. So after a very busy week, the moon goes into Cancer on Saturday, and you're probably like, I'm tired. I don't feel like dealing with this. Mars Libra square in Aquarius. Ooh, another square. Mars in Libra squaring Pluto in Aquarius. That doesn't look good for love. If anything, if you have somebody, or if you're talking to somebody, or you have a situationship, it's really great at the beginning of the week. But I would give yourself a breather on Saturday. if you want to avoid that energy, because there's a Mars and Libra squaring Pluto. Yeah. Not only is it with the moon in Cancer making people emotional, that feels like an argument that happens, but it's coming out of a place of how somebody's feeling. Someone feels moody, especially if you're dating a Cancer. And I have some Cancer friends out there. Y'all know who y'all are. So emotional relationship fights can happen on Saturday. It's possible. Only because just everything's kind of all over the place. I said biggest days to look out for: Monday, Wednesday. Monday, tomorrow, everything's emotional. Wednesday, moon goes into Aries. Everything gets a little bit more aggressive. And then Saturday, we've got a square with the moon in Cancer, Mars in Libra, and Pluto in Aquarius. Whew. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a little bit of Saturday. All right, y'all. Let's get in. So let's recap. Monday, find balance in your relationships. It's going to be an emotional time. Tuesday and Wednesday, focus on details and organization. Tuesday and Wednesday, details. Wednesday, there may be a mishap that happens either in your personal life or on a global scale that causes people to be upset. Thursday and Friday, stay flexible for unexpected changes. Stay very flexible for unexpected changes on Thursday and Friday. Saturday, connect with your friends because we still have the moon in Cancer. I would say connect with your friends and family, but be aware of any infighting. If anything, if you connect with your close friends and family on Saturday, there could be some issues that pop up about some old stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Or people disagreeing about something. You know how family is. So that's what I predict. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the tarot for this week. Oh, everything's on my other table. Never mind. And let's pull some cards. Hey, Ange. Hey, Natalie. What's going on? All right. Pull some cards for this week. Creator of all things, please give me insight for this week. What is the energy for? What's coming toward us? What can we expect? What is the messages for this week? The Judgment, the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so with Mercury going direct, the Judgment card is reversed. We may find out that there are some false judgments we made or some false accusations that we made, maybe about people or about a situation that you may have to go back toward on. So it's still in the past position. So it's just saying, oops, maybe I was wrong about something. So be open to that. This is also having second guesses about things. Because we're at the end of Mercury retrograde, you may say, okay, take an assessment of what's happened during this period of time and allow yourself to change your mind. The Queen of Wands is here. Strong, attractive energy here. You may have people attracted to you in your life. This is also embracing your own personal power, your own mysteriousness. Taking your power back. I'm sensing that. So this week with the Queen of Wands here, take your power back, receive that energy. You may be receiving some compliments too from people in your life because the Queen of Wands is very attractive. She's got this beauty about herself that people like. It could be that someone made a false judgment about you and they want you in their life and they're like, man, I'm really attracted to you. Like, what is up? The Five of Pentacles is there though. The Five of Pentacles talks about lack. This is the surprises. Watch your finances near the end of the week. Five of Pentacles there is also feeling abandoned, lack. And this is what I was talking about. If you have a relationship or someone that you're talking to, there could be some avoidance there at the end of the week. Let's clarify that before I move on to that. That's just an interesting energy, and it may express itself in different ways with other people. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Wisdom, bittersweet, and complacency. Something is not changing with some of you in your life. And you're learning from it, but something feels cold. It feels cold, like someone is on one moment and off another. Or something you feel like it's not changing, but you're learning to accept this is just how it is. These trials that you're going through, they're teaching you something about yourself. So overall, that's pretty much what I'm seeing. Let's clarify the Judgment card. Oh my goodness. Facade, perception, and growth. You didn't, there was something with this Mercury retrograde, you weren't seeing something clearly, but now you're seeing clearly now. And because of that, you're changing your view about something, and now you're saying, I can grow through this. I'm growing past this, but you couldn't see something clearly, but now as Mercury goes retrograde, you'll start to see clearly a certain situation and changing your mind on what to do about it. The Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands. She's the centerpiece here. There's been some few blocks in your life. Okay? And the issue here is no matter what you're going through, don't play the victim. Because we got faith, victim, and impatience. There is something happening. And this is where I'm talking about Mars and Libra. And sometimes we want something so bad and we're like, okay, I'm ready to give up on this because it's not working. Don't play the victim card. There is the faith card here too. And it's saying that what you think is a block is actually pushing you forward, and that the universe is about to take some blocks out of your life. Right now, things don't seem to be changing. Something kind of rears its ugly head again. And you start seeing like, maybe this is the same thing. But now you've grown wiser in a situation that doesn't seem to be changing, but if you try something different, things will change. And so don't let the negative energy get the best of you and like, woe is me, this is never going to change. Well, if you say it's not going to change, it's not going to change. But actually, it is changing. There's nothing constant but change. And sometimes you have to play the slow game. And then you'll start seeing things happen for you. Okay? Mars and Libra, fighting for a connection. That's why I'm just saying that, okay? All right, so I'm about to do everyone's zodiac sign. Let's get to the zodiac signs. Let's see. Who should I start with? First one I see. Who should I start with? Taurus. All right, Taurus. Saw you first. All right, we're going to start with Taurus. Taurus, what is your week like this week? Woo! We got a jumper. All right, Taurus. I feel like it's going to be a fast week for you. You've got the Chariot card, but you need to deal with family issues with the Ten of Cups. This is family or people that you consider family. This is going to be a fast week for you, though. Maybe someone made a false judgment in your family circle or someone that you consider family. This could be husband, wife, children. But most of your issues this week are going to come in that little realm of place. So deal with that. With you, with Taurus, the moon will be in your sign on Thursday. So you'll be feeling very comfortable. And whatever happens on Wednesday will probably be where you have the disruptive energy. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. So I know change is kind of harder for you, but I think Wednesday will probably be difficult. You'll feel better on Thursday. But the first part of the week for you is nice because it's in a water sign and you're cool. Taurus don't mind water signs, but it's some fire signs that get y'all. All right, let's move on to Gemini and Gemini rising. Gemini rising. Gemini, you'll feel your energy closer to the end of the week. May have some issues in the beginning. You have the Ten of Wands reverse, which means you need to let go of some responsibilities. You need to let go of some stress that you have in your life. So slow down a little bit. You also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Slow down. Mercury is going direct, so you will start feeling your energy come back to you. As Mercury moves direct in Leo, you're going to start feeling like, oh, my mind is starting to get busy again. Use that energy, though, to let go of some things that are no longer serving you, if you haven't done it already. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, the moon will also move into your sign on Saturday. With the moon going into your sign, you know how moody you guys can be. So make sure you do an emotional check on yourself. But if you feel something about somebody, make sure that you meditate on it and think about how you want to move forward, because your intuition is strong too. The King of Swords reverse. Watch what you say to people. Also, it could be somebody saying something negative to you and you get your feelings hurt. The King of Swords is always a verbally abusive person, someone who says something negative. I don't want that to be you. It could be somebody says something to you and you take it in a bad way. Keep your strength. The Strength card is here, and this is a card of vulnerability. Of course, she's holding up the lion. She's holding up a picture of a lion. She's taming the beast within herself. So you may have to hold your tongue because somebody says something negative, or you're holding your tongue before you say something negative to somebody. But I see that happening more near the end of the week. All right, let's move toward Cancer. We got Gemini. Let's move toward Gemini. What is Gemini this week? Gemini this week. What is the message for Gemini? Gemini, you need to focus on your finances. You got the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Wait. Cancer, Leo, I'm sorry. I get mixed up when I get out of order. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, sorry. Leos, excuse me, Ten of Pentacles reverse. Focus on your finances, Leo. I've been noticing a lot of Leos really questioning what they want to do financially. Or maybe you're changing your career. Maybe you're not happy in your career. The Ten of Pentacles is saying this is that time that you need to figure out what you want to do. What do you want to do? If you're not making the money that you want in the place that you want, Mercury is moving forward in your sign, so it's going to give you some ideas that you need to do. You've got the Three of Swords, which means that you may not be feeling really great about your financial situation or what you're doing as work. You know, maybe you're not feeling appreciated. Maybe you're not making the money that you want to. All right, well, this is the time to start making those plans to move forward. Not that you need to do something right now. This is just you in the planning stage. Okay, but it's okay to change your mind about what you want to do financially. You know, you don't have to have the same job for the rest of your life. Oh my goodness. All right, let's move on to where we at, Virgo. Virgo rising. You need to learn more about planetary moves, whoops, and different things. Yeah, you can go online and learn. Virgo rising. What's going on with y'all this week? We're gonna pull some oracle cards too for the collective too, so y'all stay tuned for that. Virgo, you got the King of Pentacles. You working hard too. You're not that far from Leo, but Virgo, you're being a workaholic right now. You're just focused on work. You're not really focused on anything. You got the Fool card reversed, which means you're not really having fun. You're just working hard. I don't know if that's a good energy to have. Make sure that your work is paying off or you're taking your breaks. Otherwise, it just feels like you're just working and nothing's really happening. So interesting energy to have the Fool card and the King of Pentacles. It's almost like you're not taking a chance. You're just doing things because it feels safe. Your financial situation. You're doing things because you feel safe. But is that safe? Do you need to take a chance? I don't know. This is the things that may start changing in your life as you figure out different things. I don't know. Maybe you need to take a break. That could play out any way. Let's move to Libra and Libra rising. My sister's a Libra. What's going on with her? And all Libras and Libra rising. Libras are nice people, aren't they? The Two of Swords reverse. This is typical Libra energy. Not making a decision. Indecisive about something. You've got the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate energy. It's a lightning. It's a fire. The universe may be trying to ignite a new passion in your life. This could be a person. Maybe you're undecided about whether you want to be with this person. Maybe it's great sex. It also could be something new, a new passion that you want to involve yourself in, and you're not sure if you want to go forward with it. Libra, you take your time. If you need to get some advice from somebody, then do that. You may be dealing with a fire sign. Someone who is like blowing your mind. Woo! Mars is in Libra too. I keep forgetting. Mars is in your sign, so you may be feeling the passion. You may be feeling very passionate about something, someone, or whatever. So you may be feeling passionate about something. You feel the fire, but you don't know what to do with that fire. Harness it in, focus it, direct it. Okay? All right. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio rising. Scorpio. Y'all know how y'all are. All right, Scorpio rising. My little scorpions. Scorpio rising this week. What's going on with y'all? Two of Wands. Not very different from Libra. Except with Scorpio, with the Two of Wands, you are changing your plans about something. You're having a change of heart about a plan. You're doing plan B. You've already done one thing and you said, okay, I've gone down this road. Mercury retrograde has shown you what is wrong. Now you're saying, oh, let me back up and try plan B. Because something didn't work out right. Okay. The Temperance card here says be patient with the process. You could be dealing with another person. You could be dealing with one option. Like maybe you were dating this person and it didn't quite work out. Now you want to say, all right, well, let me try my plan B, the one I had in my back pocket. This also could be you're working with the same person, but you're trying it a different way, because the Temperance card is also about healing and balance. So I'm sensing some type of plan B here, some type of let's not do it the same way, let's try it this way. So with Mars is your ancient ruler, and it's in Libra. This could be something coming to your intuition on how you should handle something, handle somebody. But don't do it the same way you did before, because that didn't work. All right. But have patience in the process, because it's not going to happen overnight. Let's move on to Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Three of Wands reverse. Somebody's waiting on you. I feel like somebody else's energy. Also, Sagittarius, you may find yourself becoming impatient with some type of issue. But I'm sensing either someone's waiting on you. The Three of Wands reverse is easily someone who's waiting on your energy to come in. or you becoming, I think it's mostly you being impatient about something. Maybe you've been waiting on somebody, because Sagittarius, you can be very impatient when you really want something. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Get out of your head. You're overthinking something. You know, you're overthinking something and you need to get out of your head. Also, this could be somebody who's overthinking things about you. They're keeping things from you. They're not communicating, but they're trapped in their head about something. So one of the two, because there are two people in this card. Unlike other tarot decks, the Eight of Swords usually has one person. This one on my deck has two. So maybe you've gotten impatient and you want something now. The Eight of Swords is reversed, and it's saying, you know, let's stop overthinking things and let's do something about it. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn and Capricorn rising. My little workhorses, Capricorns. Oh! Capricorns. Oh! My back. Put this pillow. You don't see my pillow. Oh, my little tarot pillow. This is the star card. But I need to restuff it, because the stuffing it, it's not good anymore. All right, my apartment is all tarot, if y'all haven't noticed. Capricorn and Capricorn rising. That was a little commercial break. Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Capricorn, Queen of Wands, reversed. Capricorn, you're feeling a little selfish right now, or this week you will be. Only focused on yourself, which is okay. I don't mind the Queen of Wands reversed. Compared to the other cards, you've got the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're taking things slow and methodical because it's a Pentacle and you are Capricorn. You're balancing out things. You're balancing out your finances. You're balancing out what you're going to do. You're taking things slow and you're only focused on you. It's almost like Capricorn. I feel like you're not like, I'm not trying to give out money to people. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to look at what I can finance right now, what I can do about my finances right now. It's okay to be selfish in this moment. You're rethinking things. You're like, okay, how can I be financially stable? I put myself, anytime I'm doing a reading, I put myself in that mind, the Capricorn mind. And I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and then the main cards are the Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. You're like, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to have financial situations that I can't pay for. And you're trying to balance out your finances right now, and that's what you're focused on this week. You may find out there's some unexpected surprises when it comes to finances, some unexpected expenses. Maybe someone needs money, and you're like, I can't do it. So Capricorn, that's what I'm seeing with you. You are being very methodical about some situation, financial situation. Of course, that you're like, nope, ain't gonna do it. Okay, well, see, I got it all figured out. I'm on a healing journey myself and sharing from experience, not from what I've read or seen. Yep, you got to do that. You got to do that. Yep. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Aries. Okay. Aquarius, what's going on with Aquarius this week? The Justice card, finding balance, good karma, balancing out your energies this week. Got the Seven of Wands reversed though on the bottom of the deck. You may be feeling slightly overwhelmed. Take some time to balance out your energy. You also with the Justice card here, not only is it about karma, it's also about any legal issues that you could be having. The masculine and the feminine coming together. You are an air sign. You're having a trine with Libra. So if Libra is doing good, you're doing good. It does seem overwhelming though. When Aquarians, my Aquarian friends, when you guys get overwhelmed, you guys need to take a break. Take a break, because you guys can get really upset when you guys get overwhelmed. So seven of wands, you could be feeling slightly overwhelmed about a lot of the energy that's coming through this week, especially on Wednesday. What did I say on Wednesday? The moon is going to be going in Aries. Then the sun will square Uranus. Yeah. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed on Wednesday. Make sure, I think overall, it doesn't seem really negative. I mean, the Justice card is still about balancing out your energy. I think you have to consciously balance out things on yourself about what's going on with you. But just take note, you could be feeling slightly overwhelmed. So if you do, make sure, as I always say, Aquarius, recharge your own batteries before you try to charge somebody else's. All right, let's move on to Pisces and Pisces rising. Pisces, you are starting the week out in your sign. Pisces, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling very intuitive or daydreaming, one of the two. On the high end, you'll be feeling very spiritual. On the low end, you're going to be feeling woo-hoo. Like daydreaming. All right, Pisces, what's going on with you this week? Pisces and Pisces rising. Whoop. Okay, all right. Two cards jumped out. You got the Devil card and the Ten of Cups. So you're feeling happy. Feeling happy about some situation. Is that the Ten of Cups? Oh, the Six of Cups. Sorry. I need to put my glasses on. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So somebody in the past may come back feeling very happy, very nostalgic. Is everything glitter gold though? We got the Devil card there. This could be just a sex thing. Also, you just could be having connections with somebody, and you are really not trying to see the devil. Because the Devil card came out, but the Six of Cups was like right behind it. So it's just like, oh, this is somebody I know. I know their bad side, but I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on this. Such a Pisces thing to do. I'm a Pisces. I'm preaching to the choir. So those are the two cards. Also, you could be dealing with the Capricorn. The Devil card also speaks about addictions. So if you have an addiction, Pisces, if you have addiction issues, and you're dealing with somebody in the past, make sure that doesn't become an obstacle to your future. Come on. I'm preaching to the choir right now. Come on. Let's go on. Let's move on to the Devil card and the Six of Cups. Let's move on to Aries and Aries rising. Aries and Aries rising. Aries, y'all been doing pretty good. I've been kind of proud of y'all. Y'all been doing real good. Making shit happen. But that's what Aries do. Aries be like, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to get. I definitely respect that. All right, Aries. The Lovers reverse. Lovers reverse. Aries, you could be in the Six of Wands reverse. You could be having a past lover come up in the situation. Also, you could be having love issues this week, especially on Wednesday. What did I say, Leo? No, not Leos. I'm sorry. What did I say, Aries? Wednesday, the moon will go into your sign. Saturday, we're having issues with Mars and Libra squaring Pluto and Aquarius. Aries, you can be argumentative. You could be having love issues with a partner on Wednesday or Saturday. Please circle that. Be careful with that. And this is a battle you do not want to fight. There could be separation or space. If not on the low end, Aries with the Lovers card reverse, maybe you and someone that you are very close to are not, I won't say break up. That's a very harsh word. Or y'all, there's space between you, so maybe they just go on a trip and you just don't feel good about it. That's the low end. Because the lovers is still the lovers. They love you. It's just that they need some time, and maybe you don't agree with it. So maybe somebody's going out of town, or you have a long distance relationship, or you're someone that you are in love with. You're just having a bad day or a bad week. Just because you're having a good week doesn't mean they are. So there could be a situation with that. So just be cognitive. Everything about you, it could be something that they're going through. So be kind. Mars is in Libra, so because that is your ruling planet, it's in detriment, which means it's not in the best place. You have to be cognitive about other people and how they feel about a situation. You need to ask your partner, what do they feel about what you're doing? Before you involve them. It's like, okay, this is what we're doing. Did you ask? Mars and Libra, you're having a very big situation about the people that you're connected to, the people that love you, but make sure that you are paying it forward and at least giving them some recognition that they deserve. All right, that is that reading for your personal, guys. If you guys need a personal reading, you can always book it on my website at montrebible.com. Let's pull some oracle messages for you guys. And those links are in the description on my channel too. All right, let's pull some oracle messages for this week. What is the guidance that the universe has for us? Yep, the road block. All right, so any blocks in your life, the universe is trying to remove these blocks. So we are in a healing process. There's been some things that we could not move forward. Now it's time to move forward because Mercury is moving direct and saying, all right, we're out of this space. We're showing you what needs to be removed out of your life. We're showing you where the problems are. Chiron is in Aries. Saturn is moving back into Pisces. Trust your intuition. Neptune, I think, is still in Aries. And it's revealing a lot of things about us, where we are spiritually. Let's pull an angel message. And then I will pull a card for anybody who wants to get a message that's still in the chat. So put your question in the chat as I pull this angel message, and I will pull some cards for you. Live and in charge. Okay, hello from heaven, angel message. So the angels are telling you that your ancestors are watching over you. Someone is guiding you and watching over you. Saying let go of your worries. Feel the love and blessings from around you. Yep, you guys, your ancestors are watching you right now. They are taking care of you. They're watching over you. Removing blocks. Good energy to have. Consult your ancestors if you need to. And let's see what else is up. What are we asking today? Question. How is my job prospects looking for the business development of North America? That is a loaded question. How's your job prospects looking? All right, let's just pull a 3 card. Let's do yes or no questions, y'all. I gotta do it a few people. I'll just say, how are your job prospects looking? Without doing a whole full spread on that one. Pulling a new deck here. How are your job prospects looking? Let's move these cards. I need some spice. Move these cards. Alright. Put those over there. Your job prospects. The 2 of Coins, the Double card reverse, and the Chariot card. They're getting better, okay? But you still have some blocks that you got to get through. Because you got the Two of Coins, the Balance, the Devil card, and the Chariot card. Take things very slow. The Two of Coins is showing that there are going to be some ups and downs in your life, especially financially. I'm also seeing two choices that you may be considering or have to consider. The Devil card reverse, you're going to let go of something that's not serving you right. And the Chariot card is saying take things slow. I like the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Cups, moving towards something higher. So trust your intuition in this particular case and what you need to do. Let's look at the Chariot card reverse. Why is everything slow? I feel like something is out of your control. I think the only thing you can control is yourself at this situation. Because the Chariot card reverse is usually something that you cannot really control. I'm sensing these blocks. Don't get impatient with what's happening with you. Okay? You just have to change how you view things and see things. But it's a slow process. I'm sensing a very slow process in your hunt, and your trying to figure things out and removing things that just are not good for you. But I'm sensing like two choices of something. And let's look at that Devil card. What is the blockages here? You're going to have to stay really balanced. Look at this trickery. Someone's not giving you the full story. So don't when you're looking for that perfect job, make sure you are vetting them and making sure that I would cross-reference and see what people are saying about them. Impartiality and miracle. I feel like there's a sense of protection around you. Because when someone's not telling you the full story, and that's just any kind of job hunt, they don't be telling you everything about them. So make sure you do your research. Do your research on these companies that you're trying to get with. Because somebody's not telling you the whole story. But the miracle card is something good is happening for you. It's just happening very slow. All right, let's move on. Will I find income in 2 weeks? A job. Oh, so a new job in 2 weeks. Let's look. Everybody's on the money front, huh? Everybody's thinking economically. Job in 2 weeks. Job in 2 weeks. What did the card say for you? Job 2 weeks. Mercury going direct. There's a higher possibility, so we'll see. We got the Judgment card, and we got the Four of Cups, and we got the Queen of Swords. This is a maybe. The Judgment card being the strongest card of them all. Someone making a good judgment on you. Rebirth, revival. We've only got two negative cards which say no. So this is a maybe. So go ahead and keep putting the work in. The Four of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. Somebody who was not really open to you, now considering you. The Queen of Swords. This is somebody in leadership. They were blocking you. They were not interested in you. I would say anytime I see the Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords reverse, follow up. Or do a follow-up with somebody that you applied with. If you're trying to get it in within this 2 weeks, do your follow-up messages. Send them like, hey, I'm just trying to see how you guys are. You guys still hiring? You know what I mean? That may put you in good favor with somebody. Let's look at this Queen of Swords, because this is obviously somebody in leadership. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Impatience. Time running out, victim. Confusion. Somebody doesn't know who you are. Somebody doesn't quite understand who you are. Yeah, with the impatience card there, it's almost saying you will get a job, but maybe not in 2 weeks. It's almost like you have to kind of prove yourself a little bit more. What's on the bottom The moon card reverse. Once again, something's not clear, something's not being seen, but you have to make it seen. Let the unseen be seen. What was that on Charmed? Let the unseen be seen. The moon card reverse. Now that Mercury is going direct, I think a lot of clarity is going to happen. I think someone did not quite understand who you are. So now it's time to clarify who you are. So go back and let them know. Do some clarifying emails. Okay. Yeah, you gotta work to find it. Networking, yeah, I think that's the key here. Because you get two, we got one major arcana saying yes, but two no's, which means I'm still hearing blockages. Like you have to work to get it. You just can't say, okay, I got it. Nah, there's gonna be something, and there's a person involved that you need to contact to clarify if they're still hiring, if they like you, if they need some more information. Are they still doing interviews? Maybe they forgot about you. That happens too. All right, guys. Hey, what's happening, Lisa? Thank you guys for joining me. We've hit that hour. Usually I get these done in 40 minutes, but usually they about an hour. If you guys need a personal reading, go ahead and you can book it at my site. Link should be in the description. That's pretty much it. Like this video, subscribe, interact with me. I'm a real person. I like to talk to you guys. You know, Natalie, I talk to you all the time. You don't have to say no more. No, but the more I get to know you guys, the more it encourages me to get online, because I'm like, who are these people? I'm goofy as fuck. Okay, so anywho, but I'm a really cool guy. But I would love to get to know you guys, and I will be making some more videos later on, mostly answering questions. Going to TikTok too. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And like I said, if you guys need anything, I am here for you. And remember to make your reality happen, because what? If you don't do it, then who will? I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Enjoy your Sunday.